Hey, what's up, everybody? Wanted to hop on here and discuss the early season fortunes of the Cincinnati Reds. Now, I had no expectations going into this season. Locally, nationally, other fans, reasonable projections for this team were not good. And so far, it's more or less played out the way that I've expected. Now, as compared to last year's 3-22 start, you'll definitely take 6-9. And what this team is doing and what they've shown so far is pretty much about what I expected. This team is still a few years away. There has been some promise as well as areas of concern. Getting into the areas of promise, this team potentially has a very excellent top of the rotation with Nick Lodolo, especially, as well as Graham Ashcraft. Hunter Green had a really bad first two starts. Star number 3 started off rough, picked it up, and if he's able to do what people think he can do, to go along with Ashcraft and Lodolo, this team could have a very, very good top of the rotation. Now, the back half of the rotation has been a disaster, and going forward, I don't think Luis Cessa and Connor Overton will be part of the plans. And why they were part of the plans in the first place, I have no idea. Their presence has cost the Reds a few wins and a closer chance to be at 500. But not only the back half of the rotation, the bullpen has definitely had the rough spots. And I did not like the bullpen going into the season. They didn't really do anything to improve it. I just don't think... I mean, obviously, when you're rebuilding, their thought process was probably they're not going to spend a lot of money in the bullpen. But, man, what a killer for team morale just to have some of the bullpen results that they've had so far. So whatever happens with that area of the team, I don't think this will be good. But maybe if Cessa gets dropped back to the bullpen and you get some injured guys back, who knows? We'll see. Lineup has actually shown some promise, and this lineup is definitely more athletic, more interesting than last year's lineup. Really like the performance of Spencer Steer so far. Love the way he plays the game. Will Myers had a big weekend against the Phillies. Now, they split 2 out of 4 with the Phillies, which Phillies are a struggling team right now, but they were projected to do well this season. 2 out of 4 is not too bad. This series definitely could have gone a lot worse. And, today's game, Sunday's game, was a complete disaster, but they played well on Saturday. You got some guys in the lineup who have promise. India, love that guy. And like I mentioned, Myers had a great weekend. Spencer Steers played well. There's definitely holes in the lineup still. And it also remains to be seen when Joey Votto comes back. That whole situation is kind of a mystery right now. But all in all, this team's kind of, they might have a chance in this division now. This division's not very good. And, let me kind of go back to the bigger picture. In a way, it sort of stinks that the Reds chose this year to be part of the rebuild, because had this team maybe even gone a little bit more all in this very weak division in which nobody really looks that good right now, they could have had a shot. So it's a little frustrating to see from the bigger perspective. Now, this team, they got a tough week coming up with the Rays, who have set the baseball world on fire. So it's going to be a tough series against a good team. The win-loss record this year, obviously, I maybe 65, 70 wins. I want to see management just be aggressive when they need to be aggressive. I want to see progress with this team. I want to see the young players playing well. And I want to see more progress on the top of the rotation, as well as figuring out the bottom of the rotation. And the overall goal for this season, they need to step it up for next year. You can't have too many more of these type of seasons. And when the division's been kind of weak and the fans are losing patience, I think try to improve upon last year, and maybe in the offseason, who knows. But so far, first bit of the season, I give the team a C. They've played solid, definitely better than last year, but pretty low bar to clear. So, yeah, I just want to hop on here and ramble a little bit, share some of my thoughts about the early season performance of the Reds, which, it is what it is. There have been some bright spots as well as huge frustrations. Still have larger questions overall about the vitality of the organization, but 6-9, not terrible, I guess, but according to what was expected. So anyway, just wanted to share my thoughts. I thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or questions, definitely feel free to leave them. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.